Mental health is something that we're all suffering from. It's the time that we are on the planet. It's the time for us to reflect on ourselves. It's to slow down and to do what is right for us to be able to heal, for us to be able to structure ourselves as the foundation we want to be for our future generation. The guests that I have on today, our brother Jerry and our sister Nadia from Diamant Bleu de Nadya. They're coming to share their story, to tell us what they've been doing for community, and to let us know about this amazing fair that they have coming up to provide you all with resources and the support that you need to empower yourselves when it comes to your mental health. Stay tuned. Today is going to be a very uplifting and inspiring show today on the Empower Hour.
I think this is me.
Welcome to the Empower Hour. We bring power to the people because the people have the power. This squad's going to entertain, enlighten, and empower y'all. I'm Queen Kaya, joined by Pharaoh Hammond Freeman and Gina the Great. But before we do anything else, like always, we're going to bless this show and our kings and queens listening.
Blessed melanated rising, my people. I'm so grateful to life. I'm grateful to God, our creator, and I'm grateful to our ancestors for creating another opportunity for us to be able to be on here this morning. And I just ask that today's show, let it be very uplifting, let it be entertaining, let it be fun, let it be educational. Most importantly, let it be empowering for each and every one of our listeners out there as we send out that spirit of love, light, unity, strength, great health, peace, and wealth. Hotep, amen, ashe, aibobo. Queens, how are you and how goes it on your sides of the world?
You know, it goes well on my side of the world. I am admittingly tired this morning, but that's because I've had a very active week. So better busy than bored is what I say. And so
I like that. Better busy than bored. I like that. All right.
Better busy than bored.
So my week, in a nutshell, I did a little traveling and I headed out to Niagara Falls. I'm kind of thinking that I want to go and move somewhere out that way. Because everybody there is minding their business. And it's just something about drink water and mind your business that just sits right with my spirit. And I love it. I love the way that it is there.
And with that, I think I've spoken to you guys in the past about the 5 a.m. Club. It's a book, an audio. Well, I listen to the audio book, but there's a physical book as well called the 5 a.m. Club, and it really talks about a matter of fact, I'm gonna play a little excerpt before we transition out. But it talks about the mindset that you apply as a 5 a.m.er. And what I appreciate about it really encourages us to slow down and to, instead of trying to work on 5 or 10 projects and only be putting a little bit of energy in all of them and they all come out kind of half-assed, it really teaches you to focus on one thing, get it done exquisitely. Let that be your thing. Excel in that, be known for that, be paid extremely well for that. Because what ends up happening, we're doing all these little hustles trying to make ends meet, but because we don't hone and master one particular craft, we're not reaping the financial benefits of it, and that's really and the book really shows us all kind of tips and tricks. So this is a shameless plug because we started with this book. We actually did the intro the past week. This week, as you guys are hearing this, we're on week 1. If anybody's interested in joining the audiobook club, we're doing it like a real audiobook club now. So you could jump in. It's from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. We assign a couple of chapters every week that we encourage everybody to listen to. And then we get together on a weekly basis to talk about it and to encourage each other and to build each other up. So that's been the kickoff of my week, and I'm really excited about it. Anybody interested, get in contact with us. You can check us at the OFC. You can just hit us up on WhatsApp. That's 514-651-4545. And you could you could join the audiobook club and just be enlightened and uplifted. So that is one thing that's been going on this side. So with that, guys, I'm excited. We have some awesome guests that are going to be joining us today. We're going to be deep diving with them, talking mental health and all kinds of different things. So for now, take a pause for the cause as we transition. I'll play a little clip from our audio, the little intro from the 5 a.m. to give you guys a little sample of what that is all about. And then we'll just be taking a pause for the cause. See y'all in a bit.
Hi, it's Robin Sharma. I'm immensely grateful that this book is in your hands. My deep hope is that it serves the full expression of your gifts and talents beautifully and causes revolutions of heroic transformation within your creativity, productivity, prosperity, and service to the world. The 5 a.m. Club is based on a concept and method that I've been teaching to celebrated entrepreneurs, CEOs of legendary companies, sports superstars, music icons, and members of royalty with extraordinary success for over 20 years. I wrote this book over a 4-year period in Italy, South Africa, Canada, Switzerland, Russia, Brazil, and Mauritius. Sometimes the words flowed effortlessly, as if a gentle summer breeze was at my back, and at other times I struggled to move ahead. Sometimes I felt like waving the white flag of creative depletion, and during other periods of this intensely spiritual process, a responsibility higher than my own needs encouraged me to continue. I've given all I have to give in the writing of this book for you, and I greatly thank all the very good people from around the planet who have stood with me to the completion of the 5 a.m. Club. And so, with a full heart, I humbly dedicate this work to you, the reader. The world needs more heroes, and why wait for them when you have it in you to become one, starting today? With love and respect, I truly hope you love this book.
We will have eternity to celebrate the victories, but only a few hours before sunset to win them. Amy Carmichael. For what it's worth, it's never too late, or, in my case, too early to be whoever you want to be. I hope you live a life you're proud of. If you find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start all over again. F. Scott Fitzgerald. And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. Friedrich Nietzsche.
Parlay with the people. Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people. Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people, y'all.
All right, beautiful people. So we are back. So like I had mentioned at the top of the show, we are addressing mental health. As you guys know, that is a topic that is very close to us here on the Empower Hour and very important to us within the OFC community. I'm super excited to have the guests that we have on with us today. They're doing exceptional work within the community. They're having a great event coming up. Actually, when you guys hear this, it's going to be next week, Saturday. With no further ado, I'd like to introduce our brother Jerry and our sister Nadia. Welcome to Parlay with the People, my brother and sister. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Very nice to be here.
Awesome. So as our listeners know, like how I like to do, so before we dive into the business, I always like to give our guests just an opportunity to just introduce themselves. So I'd like to see the floor. I like to say ladies first. I like to see the floor to our sister Nadia to introduce herself and let people know a little bit about you and your background. Queen, the floor is yours.
Thank you for having me again today on your show. Thank you so much. My name is Nadia Cénacle, and I'm a single mom of 3 kids. And I advocate for mental health because as I went through depression myself and realized I lost my house and everything from scratch, I had to build everything from scratch. So I use my experience to break the silence in the community because I was told that you don't open your mouth when there's a situation. You keep this in the family and you don't speak. And I realized that it's not good to not speak because when you do not speak, then you go to a dark side and then you don't want to talk to nobody. And then you're going further up and you're just shutting down. So as I was going every day, not getting off my bed and not talking to anybody, not even be able to take care of my kids, I was sick. And one morning I went to work. I was a workaholic. And while I was helping a patient, registration a patient, my nose started bleeding. It just started bleeding out of nowhere. So my nose wouldn't stop bleeding. And then I was talking to a patient and I just basically fainted at work. So because I work in a hospital, they brought me downstairs in emergency. They called a cold blue. And for me to find out afterwards that they did all these tests, they were doing a lot of tests, and find out I had a cancer. So I did some treatment for my cancer, trying to see if I could get better and stuff, but I was getting even worse and worse and worse. And then finally I started doing treatment. I was getting better, and they had contacted my family to tell my family that I was not going to make it, but it wasn't, basically the doctor did not know what happened. From 3 months in the hospital to then another day, they said, okay, your cancer is basically is gone. You're just gonna have to do something else.
Wow. Spirit.
So,
Yeah.
so we did not know what exactly happened at the time. So basically, I use my experience, even though they find something else right now in my brain, but it's bénin. So they said I have a brain tumor, but I've been debating with my brain tumor for the past 3-4 years. I was diagnosed with PTSD, so post-traumatic stress. And people don't realize that stress could do anything. Stress could make you have back problems. Stress could make you not speak. Stress could mobilize you. Tu peux être mobilisé, tu peux pas rien faire. Le stress a beaucoup de facteurs que le monde ne sait pas que ça fait. Un stress, c'est comme un cancer, mais d'une différente sorte de manière. Alors, c'est vraiment important. It's so important to break that silence, that cycle, and to make that difference in the community altogether. I tell my kids, as a single mom of 3 kids, my kid is 26, my other child is 22, and my other child is 16. I got my 22-year-old got recruited to become a football player. So he's an NCAA player at the University of Hawaii. And it's not easy because there's days that could be okay and talk to my child and everything is fine. And there's days where I'm crying and I don't know what happens. It's due to all the effects of the medication and the stuff I'm going through. So like I said, I'm not a social worker. I use my experience to break the silence and to make sure that the community knows that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to ask for help.
Wow, Queen, man, first I'm giving you a quick round of applause for that. That was like what you've gone through, where you are and what you're doing, and congratulations as well. Proud mom. It is awesome to be able to see the evolution and your children where they've reached. And again, and I commend you for what you're doing, because you aren't the only one. We know this is our next pandemic or epidemic. It is the attack on our mind. It is the mental health of our community. So what you've been able to go through and what you're fighting for in terms of just breaking that silence is commendable, and it's huge. So I thank you, Queen. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for sharing with us and giving us that opportunity to be able to connect with you and to understand your why. My brother Jerry, and if he could share with us as well.
All right, everybody. So, dans le fond, moi, je parle en français. I've got English too, but I'm more à l'aise en français.
T'es plus à l'aise en français. Yeah.
Exactement. Dans le fond, moi, mon nom, c'est Jerry Carie. Dans le fond, j'ai commencé le Diamant Bleu de Nadya avec Nadia, justement, parce que son histoire m'a tellement touché. Son histoire c'est vraiment une très, très bonne histoire qui m'a touché et tout. Puis moi aussi, j'avais de la parenté puis de la famille qui avait des problèmes de santé mentale. Ce que moi, j'ai jamais su quoi faire avec ça. Il y a personne qui n'a jamais montré qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire avec quelqu'un qui a des problèmes de santé mentale. Je pense que c'est vraiment une issue dans la communauté que beaucoup de monde qui ont des problèmes de santé mentale, qui on essaie de faire quelque chose pour eux. C'est pour ça que je me suis associé avec Nadia, justement, parce que l'histoire était tellement bien, puis j'ai dit, mais non, il faut qu'on trouve un moyen de faire quelque chose. Il faut qu'on trouve un moyen d'aider la communauté par rapport à ça. Fait que l'histoire qui
and sorry, just for our uniquely English listeners, definitely just to translate quick, because what Jerry's just sharing with us is that the reason that he had gotten involved with Nadia, and I think this is why a lot of us are going to be getting involved in supporting this event, is because of her story, and basically what she's gone through. But also in his case, within his family, there was also mental health, and what he's talking is facts. Like, there's a lot of us who don't know how to deal when we have family members who are suffering with different types of mental health. So he found it as an opportunity to be able to learn, but also to be able to create something to provide support for the community. All right, brother, floor is yours.
All right. I wish I could talk like that. So, c'est ça, exactement. Exactement. Fait que on a trouvé un moyen, surtout c'était pendant la pandémie, on a trouvé un moyen de ouvrir la conversation par rapport à ça. Fait que c'est pour ça qu'on a parti un podcast. Le podcast s'appelait le Diamant Bleu de Nadya. Puis ça, c'est vraiment, Nadia va share son histoire et on invitait d'autres mondes pour que le monde share leur histoire à leur tour. Qui fait en sorte que le fait qu'il y a un sharing qui se fait, mais ça devient plus normal de parler, plus normal que ça devient moins tabou de la santé mentale. Fait qu'à partir de là, c'est là qu'on a commencé à ouvrir le BNL, on a commencé à dire, OK, qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire de concret pour aider la population par rapport à qu'est-ce qu'on fait. Puis là, on a essayé, comme je disais, on a fait des émissions web, on a fait des podcasts, et tout ça, c'est sur le web. Tout ça, c'est sur le net. On a tout essayé de faire ça et tout pour justement amener une solution, même si ça serait juste pour parler, même si ça serait juste une conversation. Déjà là, c'est un plus qu'on fait. Déjà là, c'est quelque chose de mieux. Fait que c'est pour ça que, justement, on a créé le Diamant Bleu de Nadya, moi et Nadia. Puis après, on a eu d'autres partenaires, on a eu beaucoup de monde et tout. Puis c'est de là qu'on vient, puis on va aller de l'avant par rapport à ça.
Brother, that is huge. So again, to just transit real quick, the journey started with the podcast, creating a platform for Sister Nadia to be able to share and to invite others. And again, I tell people all the time, communication is power. Just being able to get your story off your chest, get it out of your mind, let other people hear it. That is empowering in itself. So that was the first initiative that they had launched, which was the podcast, and it's Diamond, c'est Diamant Bleu, de Nadia.
Ouais, le Diamant Bleu de Nadya. Ouais.
Diamant Bleu de Nadya. So it started as a podcast and it has evolved. And a lot of things that they're doing was online forums and online discussions and different things like that. And now it has evolved into an in-person event. And I guess actually I guess we could transition. So before we even dive into just the event itself, I just wanted to get an idea. On peut parler un peu juste quand on parle de Diamant Bleu, c'est quoi exactement Diamant Bleu? Est-ce que c'est un regroupement? Est-ce que c'est un événement? Est-ce que c'est le podcast? Est-ce que c'est un service pour les membres? Est-ce qu'on peut juste donner un peu de clarification, just a little bit of clarification on what is Diamond Blue?
Je peux y aller. Alors, moi, à l'âge de 16 ans, je suis tombée enceinte. At the age of 16, I got pregnant and I was put in a group home. When my mom put me in a group home, she told me, first of all, I was studying law. I just finished graduating from I was going to be graduating from high school. So it was before my graduation and I had a full scholarship for basketball. So my mom told me, you're going to have to make a decision. Are you keeping the baby or are you going to get rid of the baby? Because, we come from a Christian family. You cannot keep a baby and make me not proud because I know you're supposed to go into law school. So basically, she just wanted me to make the decision. I told her, I'm keeping my child. You know that I'm not going to kill no baby. It's my responsibility. She goes, Nadia, you're only 16 and I'm not going to go take care of the kids. So what happened? So she put me in a group home. And then in the group home, there was a social worker, which she's Polonaise. Elle est une femme polonaise. And basically, she told me that she's like, every weekend, we were 15 girls in a group home. But every weekend, all the 15 girls were gone, but I was by myself in a group home. So when she noticed that, I noticed that my mom was not coming back to pick me up, I asked her, can you go see if my mom is okay? Because she told me I'm only going to stay there for 2 weeks, and it was past a month. So when I went back to my mom's place, the neighbor gave me a letter that my mom gave her, and my mom moved out from the house. She just moved out and gave me no sign, whatever. She said I was basically a disgrace because I should have never left. I should have kept the child, whatever the situation is. So she gave me the letter, no address, no phone number, no nothing. So basically, that's when then I realized that I was on my own. So the social worker, she felt bad. So as a social worker, when you work in a group home, you're not allowed to give up to be attached to a patient. You're not allowed. It's against the rules. But she got attached to me. So basically, every weekend she was coming to pick me up and take me out to do certain stuff because I was always staying inside the group home. Yes, I had friends. Yes, I had aunties, but auntie was not, we come from a Christian family. Basically, I was a disgrace because I was not, I had kids before marriage and all that stuff. So what happened is a few years ago, that social worker, after she was taking care of me, she lost her job. because she was there with me. She gave birth with me. She was there when I gave birth and everything else. So she lost her job, but she said she don't regret anything she did for me. So 3 years ago, when I was diagnosed with my brain tumor, and I went to see her, like her daughter reached out to me, and she told me that my mom is dying. She wanted to say something to you. So I went to visit her, and I spoke to her and asked her, but what am I going to do without you? She's like, la même manière que j'ai trouvé ton diamant bleu, fais en sorte que tu partages le même diamant bleu que j'ai trouvé sur toi à une autre personne, à ton prochain. And that's why I came up with le Diamant Bleu de Nadya.
Wow. Sister, this is did anybody ever tell you should write a book? Are you working on a book?
Yeah, yeah, everybody told me I should write a book.
Oh, okay, cool. I would read it. It would be a good book. And if you need help, we got some amazing book coaches within the community as well. So that is huge, and that is amazing. So I appreciate again you sharing that your vulnerability, and for letting us know just your trajectory, like how you got to where you are, and what Diamant Blue really is and where it came from. So now the whole point, if I'm understanding correctly, is really to share your experience and to break the silence, if what I'm understanding,
Yes,
like
yeah.
that, you know,
Basically, your struggle does not define you. You know, taking care of your mental health is an act of self-care, you know, self-love. So I'm trying to teach people that it's okay to take care of ourselves. And sometimes, you know, us, especially mothers or fathers or brothers and sisters, our parents have kids and they expect us to do everything, and they go to work and we stay home and we take care of the kids, but they don't understand that we wanted to, you know, me, basically I was one of the elders. So my mom always tell me, go do groceries, go take care of your brothers, go do that. But she would stay home. She wasn't working at the time. And she was always telling me to go do this and go do that. And you know, I was that strong young girl where I wanted to chill with the girls, play basketball, do stuff, but I wasn't able to. So sometimes it's okay to say you're not okay. You know, being vulnerable does not define that you're a bad person or you're going crazy. It's basically that it's time for you. Your body's telling you you need to take care of yourself.
bruh, sister, this is huge, man. And again, I am glad to have you guys on with us. If you're now tuning into the show, I am on here with our sister Nadia and our brother Jerry from Diamant Bleu de Nadya. It's a mental health program they have put together in order to create awareness, to break the silence when it comes to mental health, and to create platforms for people to be able to get the support that they need, and to be able to connect with the professionals that they need. So again, thank you guys for being with us here today. So so now let's transition. So we have the organ, and actually I just have a question just for clarification now. So when a person, they hear about Diamant Blue and they contact you guys, right? What can they expect? What is it like when they reach out to you? Yeah, no, just you know, I want to assume. I'll just have you guys explain it. So when people connect with you guys, what's the steps? What do they get, or how does it work when they reach out to Diamant Blue?
Dans le fond, quand ils veulent jouer les Diamants Bleus, nous, on fait affaire avec beaucoup de psychologues, psychoéducateurs, du monde de la communauté justement, qui sont là pour aider. Nous, on les réfère à ce monde-là. On réfère à ce monde-là parce que c'est sûr que nous, on n'est pas psychologue, on n'est pas psychoéducateur, mais on peut, quand ils peuvent nous ouvrir à nous, ils peuvent ouvrir tout qu'est-ce qu'ils ont leurs problèmes à nous, mais c'est sûr que pour de l'aide en tant que telle, de l'aide concrète, mais on peut le référer directement à des personnes peut-être de la même communauté que eux, pour avoir un service quelconque qu'ils ont besoin. Parce que c'est sûr que chaque communauté, des fois, a des struggles différents. On s'entend qu'une communauté, quand on va dire communauté noire, il peut avoir le même struggle que notre communauté blanche, mais leur struggle, ça va être différent, puis ça va être de différentes manières. Fait que si on va dire qu'on a besoin de psychologues, c'est sûr qu'un noir va être peut-être plus à l'aise d'aller voir un psychologue noir qu'un psychologue blanc. C'est pas rien de couleur ou de racisme ou quoi que ce soit, c'est juste que des fois, même moi aussi, on va dire que si j'ai un problème, je vais préférer aller voir un noir qui va peut-être plus me comprendre que d'aller voir un blanc. Parce que peut-être lui ne va pas comprendre le même struggle d'où qu'on vit avec une communauté immigrante. Fait que c'est pour ça qu'on essaye d'être ce catalyseur-là, de justement référer le monde quand ils ont besoin de quoi que ce soit, pour leurs enfants, psychoéducateurs, pour des parents immigrants. On fait beaucoup d'affaires avec tout ce monde-là. Puis justement, Voilà pourquoi l'idée du salon, justement. Ça, on va parler de ça après, mais c'est...
Ça, c'est parfait. Ça, c'est
Voilà.
parfait. Et encore, il faut que je me pointe dessus parce que même en termes d'hommes et femmes, des fois, on a des choses qu'on est en train de. Quand on a des expériences que c'est plus facile de parler à un autre homme. You know, it's like, ou en termes de femmes, c'est plus facile de parler à une autre femme. Fait 100%, just to translate, guys, so just so you understand, when you do contact Diamant Blue, what it is that they have developed and are still developing a network of professionals within the realm of mental health that are culturally adapted as well. So that when you do contact them, if you do want to connect with a BIPOC, basically mental health professional, you'll be able to do that through them, through the support that they're able to offer you. So that is the thing, is to connect you with people that could relate to you, could resonate to your stories. And that it's a huge thing we do within the OFC. It's something that we look for often. So again, I'm really glad for the collaboration and for having you guys as a part of this community, because it does just help us. And when people come to us, we could gladly and proudly refer them to you all in terms of a resource to get access to that mental health support. So I thank you guys for what you're doing. So perfect segue, because now we have this amazing event. So first, this is the second annual salon. So if we could talk a little bit, first of all, what is the salon? How was the first experience, and what should we be expecting for the second one coming up?
The mental health, in English it's called the Mental Health Fair. So I know in French c'est le Salon de la Santé Mentale. So my mental health fair is basically, what I do is I get je recrute plein de personnes de la communauté, and I try to make sure that there's like a psychiatry, a psychoeducateur, everybody from different social working and everything, because what people don't understand, and I'm using again my experience. I went to see a white psychiatry, and it's not because I'm racist or anything like that, but my trauma does not define a white psychiatry. He does not understand the trauma that I went through because he did not live it. A woman that went to my trauma, a psychiatry, when I went, I used both experience, which I used a black psychiatry and I used a white psychiatry. The white psychiatry, I just said to him, I was crying and I was in crisis, and I told him, I'm not going well. I don't know what to do. Okay, madam, I'm going to give you medication. Right now, you're going to take the medication. You're just going to take the medication and everything's going to be okay. When I took those medication, let me tell you what happened. I told him I was not feeling well. Those medication made me go on top of a roof. I wanted to kill myself. Those medication made me thinking that people were not loving me. People were hating me. People don't like me. So those medication was not good. I choose myself to stop those medication, right? So what I did is that I went to see another psychiatrist, which was a woman, and she did it. She was from United States, and she took the time. She goes, hi, what's your name? Talk to me. Let's go back to your childhood. Let's find what triggers whatever you went through. It's totally different aspects. So what I do I told Jerry, let's do a mental fair. So where we gather different people from the different generation community, and people, families and children will come and they could seek help. They could try and get information by themselves instead of going. There's lots of people don't understand. Yeah, there's a waiting list for psychiatry, but there's people out there that are available. They give you 30 minutes of their time and they will answer all your questions that you need, instead of you waiting for 3 years like me, 3 years to get help. You know, you want to seek help, but you're not getting the help that you want. You don't talk. You just keep everything inside because, they're going to judge me. No, sweetheart. Nobody is allowed to judge you. The only person that's allowed to judge you is God. That's it. For me, that's my belief. And it keeps me going. After 3 attempts of suicide, I'm still standing. And I think people should do the same thing and fight. You're not alone in your fighting. That's why I do my mental health fair.
Let's take a quick positive cause just to shout out our homegirls, Kemba and Andrea from Keen Real Estate Group. Whenever you're thinking real estate, whenever you're thinking investments, whenever you're thinking about planning for the long term, think Keen Real Estate Group. They're generating wealth for generations. KeenGroup.ca. If your goal is to purchase a car and to make the process as simple as possible, just get a car broker, guys. You just get a car broker. Big shout out to our homeboy, Hamsdale Jacques, the owner of hjcourtierauto.com. That's HJCOURTIERAUTO.com. If you're a small to medium-sized business and you're getting started and you're ready to go to the next level, what do you need? You need a phone line and you need a website. Think Mainstream Digicom. They got all your telecommunication needs checked. MainstreamDigicom.com. You're trying to get out on the web. You're trying to understand how to navigate through ads. Check out Java Logics for all your marketing, your digital marketing. Where would we be without Preston? I don't even know. Check out Java Logics. I give thanks to Preston for what he's done for the OFC. The amount of positive reviews we've gotten from all his referrals, we're proud to stand behind his work. Check out javalogics.com. No, it's not just because he's my brother. It's because you can't talk hip-hop in Montreal without saying M-City Solo. Guys, check out his latest project, In My Fields, available on mcitysolo.com. If it's not one of the hardest new EPs to hit Montreal, come and let me know. You already know. It's your boy, Pharaoh, bigging up, mcitysolo.com. Keeping the culture alive. I gotta give thanks to West Can Folk Performing Company. For the last 40 years plus, they've been promoting our culture through song, drum, and dance, educating youth, the children, the seniors. Just check them out, westcanfolk.com.
Girl, what are you cooking?
My curry chicken.
Ooh, you're burning it.
Gosh, it looks so...
It's okay, girl. You need the Curry House. They have the best Caribbean food in town. 2 locations in Montreal, West Island, and Côte-Neige. For more information, follow Caribbean Curry House, MTL. Don't forget to mention the Empower Hour for your 10% discount.
So, who placed in the order?
Me.
DeVito, WizKid, Burna Boy. Those are just some of the big names that's blessed Montreal thanks to Afrobeats Montreal. Definitely check out Afrobeats MTL for all concerts, show listings, everything that has to do with Afrobeats in the city. Check out Afrobeats MTL. One full circle. We are the Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network. What does that mean? We're here for each other. Wow, sister. And you know, I have to say, it's the hearing your story and even just hearing about that last experience. It resonates with me on a different level because I lost one of my cousins through that same thing where she did get on a particular kind of medication, and by the time she got on the medication, like she took her life, and it was it was such a shocking thing because she was going through different things, and she was a resilient person, and it caught us off guard, it caught us off guard, I should say. And it was really, we don't blame anybody, but it was like, for us, as a family, it was like night and day from when she got on this medication,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like, it was something where it hit us all really hard, you know what I mean? And so it's something, again, I thank you for sharing that and just for bringing that awareness, because there's people who are going through it and they're following the direction of the doctors, and not to knock the doctors, they're doing whatever they can in their capacity, so to speak. But sometimes it just isn't enough, and they are misdiagnosing, and they are just kind of putting everybody in the same box, and we're not like that. And as human beings, as spiritual beings, we deal with things differently. We have different body makeup, different mental types. We all have different life experiences. We've all gone through different traumas. So you cannot put us all in the box and say, everybody, meds for everybody, because that we will lose people, and that's what has happened. And so again,
there's a lot of people don't seem to understand how much they could lose them. And I'm telling you from experience, again, I'm using my experience. I went to 3 different medications where one of them I almost strangled my daughter. This is how bad the medication went through. And if my daughter would have called the police, what do you think would have happened? They would have called the police, which are not properly formed, and they will shut me. And you never know what would have happened. Do you understand? The medication, and I never did drugs in my life, guys. Never did drugs, never smoked weed, never was a person that was drinking alcohol. It's just their medication effect really, it's like I was acting like an animal. And they even recorded me. Like they recorded the way I was acting and the way I was not when I was not taking the medication. So therefore, again, I have to tell, like I said, I cannot let these people take these medication. I need to tell people, do not take those medication, because the medication plays in your mindset. And your mindset, it tells you, and plays in your mindset. It tells you that you're not, like, you're thinking your medication is like, okay, I'm calm. But then in my mindset, I'm like, oh, my kids don't like me. My mom don't love me. My friends don't like me. So you push everybody away because that's what the medication is telling you. But the medication is no good because you're taking those medication and you're fighting yourself and you're trying to see if it's right or wrong, but you're not. You're it's the medication that's playing with your head. You understand? So you have to fight it.
Wow, this is huge. So again, creating these outlets for alternatives, and that's something that we push a lot. We always encourage like this holistic healing. And again, it's not to take away from anything, like, because certain people you do need the clinical help. Certain people do benefit from certain meds that do, like, help them to be able to function. And so we don't want to. We're not. The idea here is not to blanket across the board until people, watch out for all meds, because it's not the case. It is just understand that you are an individual. You have particular things that, like, none of us are cookie cutters. None of us fall out of a particular kind of mold. So it's to take that time for yourself. And so this salon is creating this amazing opportunity for people to be able to come out and to connect with professionals, to be able to get that, just to be able to connect with like-minded individuals, and to be able to get the support and stuff that they need. So let's talk a little bit more about the event itself. And actually, well, so before we dive into the event coming this year, what was the experience like the first time? So what was the first salon? How did it go?
Last year, the salon was great. Actually, it was a very, very short period of time because it was for a 4 to 10. It was something good. We had like 150 person there.
Nice.
Yeah, in and out, everything was great. Actually, everything was good. It was something that we wanted to do. It was a small venue, but still, it was a lot of people like show interest in the salon. So yeah, that's why I said I want to talk French, because I talk English sometimes, and after that,
on est à l'aise.
Exact. So c'est ça, fait que c'était bien parce que c'est vraiment le feedback qu'on a eu après. C'est le feedback qu'après qu'on a dit, waouh, j'ai vraiment aimé le salon, j'ai rencontré quelqu'un là-bas qui m'a aidé par rapport avec telle personne. Parce que c'est ça le but qu'on essaie de faire. C'est vraiment de l'aide. C'est vraiment comme que le monde dit, oh, waouh, grâce à vous, on a rencontré, je sais pas moi, une psychoéducatrice qui nous a aidé par rapport à notre enfant, qu'on avait des problèmes, puis on savait pas où aller, puis on avait des listes d'attente de longue durée, mais grâce à, elle était déjà disponible, puis tout ça. Puis c'est vrai qu'il y en a beaucoup, comme Nadia disait tantôt. Il y en a beaucoup qui sont disponibles, mais tu vas pas voir ça sur Google. Tu vas écrire psychoéducatrice black, et ils vont pas te donner, ça va pas être une liste. Fait que si nous, on peut être catalyseur de ça, puis merci aussi à vous, à l'OFC, parce que vous aussi, vous avez beaucoup de monde de la santé. J'ai vu que dans le réseau, beaucoup de monde de la santé qui aussi veut donner le coup de main et tout ça. Puis si on a du monde comme ça, puis on a du monde qui sont prêts justement à donner leur service, sont prêts, ils sont là, puis ils sont disponibles, pourquoi pas les mettre de l'avant? Pourquoi pas mettre ces personnes-là de l'avant pour justement trouver une solution par rapport à tout ça? Parce que là, c'est sûr que comme des affaires de 3-4 années d'attente, c'est déjà, ça peut être trop, là. La personne peut avoir, she want help right now. I want help now, not in 4 years.
No, that's it.
C'est ça, fait que...
And what people don't realize is that literally that kind of wait time, that 3-4 year wait time could literally be life and death.
Exactly.
That person is waiting could be the time, like they don't have that kind of time. And if we are genuine about caring for our brothers and sisters and wanting the best for each other as a human species, then we do have to do better as a people. We do have to figure out alternatives to be able to do better. So that is huge. So now, basically, and what you explained just now in French, even as you explained it in French, it was very clear. So you don't need to worry about that. It was like, I think everybody understands where we're at. So now, we're talking 2020. We're now in 2023. This is the second edition. What can the people expect? So first of all, the date, November 25th?
25th, yes. November 25th.
Shout out, that's my younger brother's birthday. Shout out.
Yes.
Okay. So good. So,
from 12 to 10. 12 to 8, sorry. 12 to 8.
Okay, so the midi every time. Okay, good. So it's an 8-hour window. Right. Now, and it's on the South Shore.
Well, actually, no. We changed the address. Actually, we
Actually,
changed
no.
the places. Yeah, we changed the places.
Okay, so
It was
talk
supposed
about
to
it.
be. It was supposed to be on the South Shore, but well, for other reasons, like we have to change the venue. We have to change to another place, which is in Centre Saint-Pierre. Centre
Okay.
Saint-Pierre, which is going to be better for us parce qu'on a beaucoup cette année, on a beaucoup de surprises qu'on veut donner. Parce que
Good.
oui, on va faire le salon, mais aussi il va y avoir des panélistes et aussi il va y avoir une autre place pour des ateliers. Il va y avoir des ateliers aussi. Exactement, des ateliers avec MMB Coaching. On a fait une association avec eux. Eux, c'est des ateliers
Nice.
par rapport avec du coaching de vie, par rapport avec plein de sortes d'ateliers ensemble. Je vais vous donner, de fond, je vais vous donner une liste là, parce qu'il y a tellement d'ateliers qu'il va y avoir. Là. Fait
Good.
que,
Wait. So
ouais, je vais
okay,
vous donner la
so
liste.
this let me translate. So this is exciting. So basically, so the venue is at Centre Saint Pierre. So we'll share the address and the details. And what's really awesome about it is because so in addition, so what something that has evolved from what I'm understanding is that not just are we going to have panelists, but there's actually going to be on-site workshops that are going to go on throughout the day. So Brother Jerry's going to take a moment just to share some of the workshops that are going to be going on that day, and then we'll go into a little more details about the information so people could get their tickets and they could come participate.
There's going to be
Yes,
writing
absolument.
journalism with Melissa Mel. She's a young single mom that elle a sa propre compagnie de production. Alors elle écrit des livres, she writes books, and she used her writing, like her writing really helped her with her mental different mental aspects. So she's also offering writing classes, journalism on the day of the workshop. She's offering journalism workshop. There's going to be also la diversité. So there's going to be people playing violin. Il va y avoir Kairi qui va jouer le violon. Il va y avoir une chanteuse qui va chanter aussi. Il va y avoir du slam. There's going to be slam. There's going to be something for the kids. My daughter is going to she's going to be in charge of daycare for the kids. There's going to be activity for the kids. There's also going to be somebody doing makeup artists for the kids. There's going to be stuff for the kids that the kids are not left alone. So parents are welcome with the kids, because I made sure that I want this mental fair be available for all their family members, for elderlies, for kids, for single moms, single dads. There's going to be also 3 tables for men, like a social worker for men. There's going to be his name is Will to Rise. He uses experience also. He advocates for mental health. So he talks a lot about what he went through, how he was raped when he was a young kid, a young man. He talks about his story. There's going to be different people. There's going to be a psychoéducateur, psychoéducatrice. There's going to be also a sociologue. Her name is Adil. She's really nice. You're going to get to know her and everything else. She's going to be one of the speakers also. There's going to be Katie Antoine. She's going to be another speaker. She also advocates for mental health, and she's also a designer into fashion and stuff. There's different people that there's going to be there to help you, assist you, answer all your questions. You do not have to be shy, because un jour, tu t'es choisi, and I choose myself too. It's okay to choose yourself and to break that silence in the community. And this mental fair is going to be there for all of you guys to answer all your questions, all your needs. There's even going to be a session, a workshop where people are going to just sleep. What she's going to do, Marjorie, she's going to put you like to sleep and go into your trauma. She's going to give you that assessment for you for 10, 15 minutes of your trauma. And there's going to be a girl, her name is Leticia. And what she does is she analyzes your skin, the black skin, and it tells you what you need to do with your skin and stuff. There's going to be different. And also, what people don't know, I have tickets for drop for Burna Boy. I have 2 tickets also for tirage for Burna Boy tickets. There's going to be tickets for Nadia Cénacle also. And there's going to be ticket for spa. So the first 50 people, and people have to go sign in on my page and stuff. They're gonna have a chance to win, to go one night at the hotel with spa and everything else.
Wow.
On a eu beaucoup de surprises cette année. On a vraiment mis le paquet par rapport à ça. Puis aussi, Nadia, dans le fond, j'ai oublié de te dire, c'est que cette année, on a une nouvelle technique. Dans le fond, c'est un nouvel atelier. C'est un atelier de respiration. Puis moi, je trouve ça vraiment très important parce que des fois, quand tu es en crise, il y a des manières de respirer, il y a des manières de s'éloigner, puis de bien respirer, puis de, tu sais, de sortir, en tout cas, de sortir. Comment ils m'ont expliqué ça, là? Puis j'ai trouvé ça tellement beau, puis j'ai trouvé ça tellement nice à faire parce que c'est quelque chose qu'on n'a jamais vu. Moi, j'ai jamais vu ça, quelqu'un qui veut un atelier de respiration pour savoir bien respirer. Parce que des fois, ça peut être important. Ça peut être une question de vie ou de mort, que tu es en stress, puis tu ne sais pas comment bien respirer, puis tout ça, puis tu peux hyperventiler, tout ça. Mais si on va dire que tu as ça, puis tu as une base par rapport à ça, mais je pense que c'est quelque chose de bien aussi.
Wow, this is like just exceptional. This sounds exciting, guys. Like you've gone over and beyond. Like what you just described there was way more. You've exceeded my expectations in terms of what this event is going to be presenting. This is huge. I'm looking forward to community being able to participate. So now I know for everybody who's listening and who have been following and who are excited about this event. How do we get in contact with you guys? How do we get the tickets for the event? What is the cost of the event? How does it work? Are there still opportunities if I'm a vendor and I would like to have a table or a kiosk? I know it might be a little bit tight, but is that even still a possibility? Can you guys share that?
It's still possible. It's still possible. I don't stop anything. I want people to feel like they're home. My event is for everybody. What people need to understand with me, with Le Diamant Bleu de Nadya and my team, is that everybody matters for me. Every mindset matters. Everybody's business matters. And I make sure that everybody has a 10 minutes to talk about their business also. That gives them an opportunity to sell their business or to talk about whatever they're offering also. Because my personal affairs is that I want to break not only the silence, but I want somebody to understand, if you're able to buy $300 pair of shoes at like Guess or Michael Kors or whatever, but you make that person go rich, what can you make somebody in the community rich the same way that you're making somebody else from another culture? So that's my perspective in life. And for me, it's important to support one another and to make sure that our brother and a sister goes as the same. So if I go up, you go up. There's no such thing of anybody. There's no competition. It's one another. It's one love to one another.
Aussi, il faut comprendre aussi que nous, on est une organisation à but non lucratif. Fait que tout ce qu'on fait, il n'y a rien qui vient de nos poches. Nous, on fait ça vraiment pour la communauté. On fait ça vraiment pour supporter toute la communauté, pour que la communauté ait quelque chose à parler. Dans le fond, qu'est-ce que Nadia disait, puis c'est vrai, puis c'est très bien qu'est-ce qu'elle dit, c'est que les tables sont $200. $200, pourquoi on a mis ce prix-là? C'est comme on dit que nous, on n'est pas subventionné par aucun gouvernement. On fait ça
autofinancement.
Autofinancement, exactement. Par la communauté, autofinancement. Fait que c'est pour ça qu'on a mis les tables de $100. Il y a encore de la place pour quelques tables. C'est sûr que là, l'événement avance de plus en plus, puis ça devient peut-être tête, mais il y a encore de la place si on peut nous contacter. Les billets d'entrée, c'est $25. Comme je dis, c'est $25 parce qu'il y a tellement beaucoup d'affaires. On a des comme je dis,
$25 pour le type d'événement que vous décrivez, c'est it might as well be free, guys. $25,
exact.
It's not, ça c'est rien, c'est comme un don.
Exactement. C'est comme un don plus, il n'y a pas d'heure. C'est comme tu peux venir parce que l'événement c'est de midi à 10h. Fait que si tu peux rester tout le long, c'est comme tu veux. Tu viens $25, tu peux rester comme tu veux 4-5 heures. Si tu veux rester tout le long, it's up to you. Mais c'est juste pour l'entrée, c'est $25. Si vous voulez nous rejoindre, allez justement www.lediamantbleudenadia avec un y.com. Je répète, www.lediamantbleudenadia avec un y, Nadia NADYA.com. Puis vous allez voir, il y a deux sections. Il y a devenir exposant et acheter les billets. Alors vous faites un ou l'autre, puis à partir de là, vous pouvez acheter vos billets. Ou devenir exposant. C'est sûr que ça c'est on va aller voir on va vous contacter s'il y a de la place encore. Pour l'instant, il y a encore de la place, on prend tout le monde. Mais faites vite quand même parce que là, c'est l'événement, c'est très, très, très rapide. Puis c'est sûr qu'il faut organiser tout ça. Puis c'est en processus d'organisation. Et c'est ça. C'est ça. Puis on espère vous voir tous en grand nombre. Puis il y a des stationnements. Oui, by the way, il y a des stationnements. C'est payant, par exemple. Bon, ça, c'est pas notre faute, mais il y a des stationnements comme ça. Vous pouvez directement vous stationner sans problème, puis il n'y aura pas de problème par rapport à ça.
Yeah. Also, there's going to be food serving. There's like the petits bouchers. There's going to be there for the kids and everybody, so you won't be starving. I promise. And also, I know our community once there's food, they're going to be there.
Yeah. Well, we have to eat. We're always thinking about that.
We have to eat. One thing it's important. Also, I wanted to make sure that everybody knows for the kids, it's a platform for all the kids to not to be shy. And the website again, it's by the way, it's Le Diamant Bleu de Nadya. It's www.le L like Lucy E Diamant D like David I like intellectual A like apple M like mother A like apple N like Nancy Le Diamant blue in French B like baby L like Lucy E like elephant U like universe D like David, E like elephant, Nadia, N like Nancy, A like apple, D like David, Y, A. And you could also find the tickets on Eventbrite, Le Salon de la Santé Mentale.
Yeah,
You could find it on Eventbrite also. It's there for $25, and it's gonna be. You could also donate if you want to. But I really, guys, it's just to break the silence together. The more people we come and make a family event. For me, it's a family event. It's a time to break the silence together. It's a time to speak. It's a time for enjoying our time together. I'm making sure that I want everybody to enjoy their time.
Oh my gosh, guys, this is huge. This is huge. And is there a contact phone number for we do have some people who are kind of old school.
Yeah, so if they want to reach out to me, they could reach out to me at 438-355-2668. You could WhatsApp me or text me because please guys, I'm really with my tumor. I forget all the time, so it's better to text faster for me, really. And you can reach out to Jerry also, but Jerry, I know you're in school and stuff, but it's okay, guys. It's 514-827-1793. Please, guys, don't be shy. And my phone is always open 24/7. So it's like being an entrepreneur, there's no 8 to 5. It's 8 to 8. There's nothing. So you could reach me at any time.
And one more time, the two phone numbers, because people heard it. They needed time to take their phones out. So just one more time.
One more time. So my phone number is 438-355-2668. That's my phone. And then for Jerry's number is 514-827-1793.
Beautiful. Guys, again, I commend what you're doing. The event is something that I'm looking forward that the community come out and support. But even in addition to just supporting the event, I really would like for the community to come out and support the organization as well. What you guys are doing, it's much needed in the community. We do not have enough outlets like yours that are creating this kind of bridge for our community, but the need is there. I hear it almost every day within what I do within the OFC. So I do know that we do have people who are suffering. We do have people who need the help, who need the guidance, who need the access to the resources. So I thank you guys for doing it, and I commend you guys for the work. Because I know it's not an easy feat putting these type of things on. So I commend you guys for the work that you guys are doing, and I'm strongly encouraging people to participate. I myself will be present. I'm looking for my 10 minutes to be able to let people know what's going on within the community. I thank you guys again for extending the opportunity and the invite to the OFC. Before we wrap up this exceptional interview, I've had a great time with you guys today. I like to give our guests an opportunity to leave our listeners with some words of encouragement or words of empowerment, as our show is the Empower Hour. So now, as we are closing up, do you guys have some empowering words you'd like to leave with our listeners for today?
Moi, le mot parole que je peux dire, c'est que si un jour vous avez l'opportunité de faire une différence à l'autour de toi, une différence dans ta vie, même une différence à quelqu'un, try to do it. Parce que des fois, là, c'est comme le monde, tu penses que qu'est-ce que tu fais, c'est plus grand que toi. Qu'est-ce que je fais en ce moment is bigger than me. Parce que ça, c'est quelque chose que 4-5 ans passés, j'aurais peut-être jamais pensé à faire quelque chose comme ça. Puis j'ai évolué par rapport à ça. Puis j'ai dit comme ça, tu sais quoi, juste même si que ce serait quelque chose de minime, que je serais allé quelque part juste pour encourager quelqu'un par rapport à ça, mais pour moi, ça me donne une belle satisfaction pour moi de ma vie. Puis ça fait en sorte que je peux aider n'importe qui alentour de moi par rapport à ça. That's my word.
Yes, if you can help somebody, do it. Brother, huge and merci. And again, you are living by example, because what you are doing right now is definitely you putting your effort forward, putting your best foot forward, and doing what you can for others. So I thank you for that. And I agree 100%. Like once we start doing work for others, it does help us to evolve as beings. And so anybody who's looking to do better for themselves, do better for others, and you see what life does for you. Thank you for that. Sister Nadia.
My power words will be like, mental health does not define your sister or brother. It's okay not to be okay. You're not your mental illness. Your mental health is just as important as you or physical health is. Your struggle does not define you. I lost my house, guys. I lost everything I worked for 25 years. I thought I was going to kill myself. But what I've learned from my experience is that I got up and I fight for what I believe. I fight for my kids. I fight for every human being I see on the street. I was homeless for a month. A month I was homeless. Nobody knew I was homeless. But it gives me the power words to get up. And I'm going to tell you guys this tonight and today, as you guys are listening, God is my savior. And one of the things that's important for me is to do this prayer. I'm just going to do a quick prayer. And it's like, Papa Céleste, je te demande de toucher tous les cœurs en ce moment qui nous écoutent en ce moment, Papa Céleste. Car seulement toi qui sais qu'est-ce qu'ils vivent en dedans d'eux. Je te demande de retirer toute frustration, toute résilience, tout problème qu'ils ont à l'intérieur et de leur mettre de l'amour. Car Papa Céleste, c'est toi seulement qui sais que l'amour que tu m'as donné pour me lever, pour se battre en ce moment, pour briser ce silence. Alors, brisons ce silence ensemble. C'est vous qui avez le dernier mot. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Hotep Ashe. Hey, Bobo. I like throwing that one in there too. Thank you, guys. Wow.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you guys for being on with us today. This has been an exceptional time. Again, I cannot commend you guys more. And I really ask that the spirit, the ancestors, the guys just continue to bless you guys in what you're doing. That Diamant Blue becomes a household name where people no longer have to suffer in silence, no longer have to suffer alone. Thank you for being on with us today on the Empower Hour. And thank you for being my guest on Parley with the People. Guys, much blessings, everybody.
We'd like to thank our special guest. This episode is possible thanks to the awesome people at CKUT, the OFC Soul Drum, and the Caribbean Curry House. Do you have any shout-outs?
This week, I'm just shouting out again the community. I want to remind everybody that the OFC is here at your service. I want to encourage anybody who wants to empower themselves to join our audio book club. It's really powerful. And if you're just looking to network, we have every Tuesday morning from 7:30 to 8:30, we have the OFC Weekly, and you'll be welcome to pop in there as well. Again, just hit us up on WhatsApp, 514-651-4545.
Hi, any shout outs?
Yeah, I do. I got a shout out for my sisters. This is for Merch by Carly Rock. This is for Kitaro Blooming Oils. And this is for More Hair Montreal. Keep going. Keep doing your thing. Keep running it up. This year is your year.
Yo, I have one more special shout out. I forgot to shout out her sister Tashana from Alberta. She is because as you're just listening off your family, we had an awesome session with her this week, and she brought a lot of her family members on one of our networking sessions. And shout out to the whole Williams family. They're all over the globe. There's a lot of them out in Alberta, in the United States, and they all jumped on the Zoom call, and it was really awesome. So shout out to them and the entire family for being extremely entrepreneurial as well. So you guys just keep up the great work.
And shout out to my Uncle Stel, who's turning 75, November 11th.
Oh, and another shout out to
every time he has a shout out, he has to come back with a shout out.
Well, I know, I just one more. Afrobeats Montreal. As you guys heard this, we would have participated in their show last week. So thank you again for making it possible, and thank you for the support, Andrew and Afrobeats Montreal. Keep doing what y'all doing.
Kings and queens, this was the Empower Hour with Pharaoh Freeman, Queen Kaya, and Gina the Great. We are on live every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. and broadcasting Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. on CKUT 90.3 FM. Hopefully you got your dose of entertainment, enlightenment, and empowerment. Subscribe and watch us on empowermtl.com and email us at empowermtl@gmail.com to anonymously be featured on our What's the Tea Mail segment. Stay blessed, Black, and highly favored.